Tonight, interstate visitors return to South Australia on the first day of borders back open. And a Cleve driver allegedly blows 3 times over the legal alcohol limit.
From our 7 Spencer Golf Studios, your nightly news with Ruby Kamane begins now.
Good evening. Thousands have stepped back onto South Australian soil today as the state's borders reopen to vaccinated residents from parts of the country. Despite community fears on an expected surge in cases, many are excited for the boost this influx will have on the economy.
Interstate travellers flocking back into South Australia. From 12:01 a.m. this morning, fully vaccinated visitors from New South Wales, the ACT and Victoria have been allowed into the state upon passing the entry check process.
We're doing it cautiously, we're doing it carefully, we're only allowing those people in that are fully vaccinated, so that means the 2 doses from those jurisdictions.
Many eager to get in, with the government's admissions website receiving more than 25,000 applications from people wanting to enter the state. The influx already seen in our region, with more travellers and holidaymakers passing through destinations like Port Augusta.
The crossroads, there's huge levels of tourism that goes through this town.
The region cautiously welcoming the tourists, with South Australia's current double-dose vaccination rate sitting at 77.4%, just shy of the anticipated 80% target to open the state borders.
The surrounding areas are very prominent for tourists and caravanners, and I'm sure they're eager to get out and about. And look, all I encourage people is don't relax too soon, too quick. Make sure you just keep yourself clean and hygiene and wear your mask where you're indoors.
Industry leaders confident the local community and businesses are prepared for these travellers, saying COVID procedures have become the new norm.
And we've seen people that are having to innovate to make sure that they can continue to sustain their business and sustain those jobs.
Local tourism operators thrilled with the larger volume of people to cater to.
Pitcherichi is still running, obviously despite the COVID limitations that, we're all under, and a lot of our trains are full.
Edward McCarroll, 7 Spencer Golf News.
And the final details for the border bubble have been confirmed. The corridor no longer includes specific areas, instead returning to the original 100-kilometre buffer zone. Broken Hill and Silverton locals mustn't have travelled further than that in the preceding 14 days or will need to enter as a normal traveller. Cross-border residents are not required to be tested if they're spending less than 72 hours in South Australia. A driver has lost his licence after allegedly blowing 3 times over the legal alcohol limit. The 37-year-old man from Cleve was pulled over on Eyre Street just after 3 on Friday morning and submitted to a mobile breath test. He was charged for drink driving after allegedly blowing 0.176 and was issued with an instant loss of licence. The man's vehicle was impounded for 28 days and he'll appear in court at a later date. An investigation has begun into repeated damage to fences on a station near Menindee. Police say fences at Append station are continually being driven through, causing significant damage. It's reportedly an ongoing problem for almost a year, with the latest incident sometime between November 12th and 14th. Police believe offenders are accessing the property to hunt illegally and are asking anyone with information to come forward. For the first time since it was announced in March, we can update you on the progress at the site of the Mundi Bash. A team has been working hard on the ground to prepare Belmont Station for the arrival of 10,000 festival goers in a matter of months.
Kilometres of roads, hundreds of toilets and one big location. Our camera's the first to visit the spot where the Mundi Bash will be held in March.
We've put some roads in so that we've got better weather access. We've brought some shipping containers of supplies out this trip. So it's been great. We've been working with the locals a lot to sort of get stuff unloaded.
It's difficult to appreciate the scale of the site from the ground. The main area around 500 metres across. Roads around the camping area have been graded, while laser-cut signs mark key areas.
The whole site's marked out. We've done that on computer, but we've had to lay it all out.
Teams also dealing with the essentials, around 250 toilets to be set up.
We've got a really unique and very effective composting system, so there's no smell. We don't have hundreds of thousands of litres of liquid waste to remove like we used to.
And in Mad Max territory, organisers have a project of their own. These cars rescued from the Broken Hill tip to be converted into bashers and help volunteers get around the plains.
They'll be Dunny Angel service vehicles, but we'll take the doors off. They'll be kind of like you'd see a golf buggy used at another event.
With more infrastructure to be added, organisers say it's a sign they're committed to the event's future.
No, we're not here for the short term. We're really putting every effort we can into the event to make sure it's successful.
Lachlan Ittis, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Still to come tonight, the Red Cross urges Port Augusta residents to roll up their sleeves. And job seekers gain access to free skills training and links to future work. Welcome back. A Red Cross mobile blood donation centre has arrived in the Spencer Gulf today. It comes as Lifeblood announces it requires a further 7,000 people to donate statewide, with the reopening of borders and cancellations continuing to rise.
Giving the gift of blood to help save lives. The Red Cross Lifeblood Donation Centre set up here at Port Augusta's Central Oval today.
Donated blood can help a wide range of people, whether it be young mums in childbirth, whether it be premature babies, it might be someone that's been in a car accident.
The life-saving donor services will be in the city for the next week, with organisers looking to fill the last available appointments. Staff saying Port Augusta residents have stepped up to the plate, with registration numbers skyrocketing.
Great to think about what they do for strangers that they may never meet and truly are an inspiration to others to come in and make an appointment.
Also saying blood is more critical in a post-lockdown world, with surgeries resuming and a rise in road trauma as people get back behind the wheel. The most sought after blood is O negative, with only 9% of Australians living with it. At present, there are 1,000 fewer active O negative donors heading through donation centres compared to this time last year.
1 in 3 people will need blood or blood product in their lifetime, and yet only 1 in 30 donate.
If you're able to donate, call 13 14 95 to set up an appointment. Edward McCarroll, 7 Spencer Golf News.
The Whyalla City Council is conducting its second citywide survey to get feedback on how it's performing within the community. The data provided will guide elected officials and department heads on how they can improve livability in the city.
Another opportunity for Whyalla residents to give feedback to council. For the second year in a row, a citywide survey is being set up, helping your elected officials see what they're doing right and what needs to be improved.
Feedback that was provided last year was used as part of our annual business plan and budget process and looking at what sort of services and programs the community value.
Last year was the first time the survey was conducted, giving council a baseline of its performance within the community. This year, the survey will cover topics such as civic pride, satisfaction in services, and the upkeep and maintenance of public utilities like parks and gardens.
It's very important for council's planning. We need to understand what the community is looking for. We're keen to understand, what pride they have with the city.
It will also find out if people would recommend Whyalla as a town they would relocate to or do business in. The information going directly to council and used to improve livability in the region in 2022.
We'd really encourage everyone in our community to participate, spread the word and get as many people involved with the survey because it does help inform council's decision making.
The survey opens next month. Information on how you can complete it is available on the council's website. Mark Zita, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Free training to build skills and fill local jobs are being offered, promising collaborative regional employment solutions. The Jobs for Locals program launching last month in an effort to help potential employees fill jobs around the region.
A program set to jumpstart local careers. Jobs for Locals connecting businesses with potential employees.
So projects like Jobs for Locals and the Local Jobs program are working together to make sure that people can get those jobs.
The program running across Port Lincoln, Whyalla and Port Augusta, aiming to fill a number of roles in these cities.
We've got, there's hundreds of job vacancies in the region and we're delivering pre-employment training in areas where they're industry growth sectors.
Here in Port Lincoln, the project is targeting the care and support sector. The program launching last month with a number of participants already gaining employment.
The whole support network has provided more jobs for the community as well. For everybody that's out here looking for a good job.
Jobs for Locals, delivered by Career Co Australia, CEG, Centrecare, with the help of the Local Jobs Program. Andrea Broadfoot saying, now's the time for your next job.
And this is the best time ever to get the job of your dreams.
While in Port Augusta, the program is targeting the mining and infrastructure sector. Career Co Australia director saying it's helping to connect the employer to the employee.
It's really about bridging that gap where here are the jobs and we now need to upskill the people to fill those jobs, and it gives local people the opportunity to be able to fill those jobs.
People can now register online for Program 2, set to start early next year. Dylan Smith, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Residents in Whyalla have an opportunity to meet with the city's police officers at a crime prevention forum tonight. Attendees can also listen in on what officers in the community are doing about crime and overall safety in the area, in addition to current issues across the region. It's on at the Central Football Club in Whyalla Norrie from 7 p.m. to 9. Stay with us after the break. The warning to Spencer Gulf residents to be aware of scams this Christmas. And a Port Pirie real estate agent wins a prestigious award. Hello again. Spencer Gulf residents are being warned of online shopping scams, which could potentially ruin Christmas for yourself and loved ones. The ACCC says Australians have already lost close to $13 million this year. Scammers create realistic-looking fake online shop fronts, selling items at heavily discounted prices, which will never be delivered. For more information, visit the ACCC's website. But as December fast approaches, businesses in Broken Hill are encouraged to get into the Christmas spirit and decorate their shop fronts. Council once again helping subsidise costs after a difficult year for many.
It's already looking a lot like Christmas in Broken Hill. After 2 months in lockdown, businesses are bracing for a busy rush of shoppers, some stores already decked out.
It adds to the vibrancy, it makes it fun to go shopping and go and have a look around at what our local stores have got in.
Council once again chipping in up to $10,000 to subsidise businesses getting into the Christmas spirit, reimbursing 50% of decorating costs, capped at $250.
So it can be stickers if you've done that, or decorations inside your front window.
Businesses only need to keep their receipts and complete a form through Council's website. The funding not only for businesses in the CBD, also on offer to those in the west, south and north.
We encourage everyone to go to our shopping precincts and any local shops and spend your money locally.
It's expected Council will put up Christmas decorations of its own, though exactly what they will look like and when that will happen remains under wraps.
Keep an eye out. Christmas decorations will be up soon, the start of December, which should really add to the spark and vibrancy of town.
Applications are open until December 17, with money given on a first-in basis. Lachlan Ittis, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
They were crowned the best nurses in the Far West and are now on their way to state recognition. Samuel Bryant was chosen by his peers as Local Nurse of the Year in May. While he's now left the region, he's now in the running for New South Wales Nurse of the Year. Dawn Evans, who previously worked in Wilcannia, is a finalist for Aboriginal Nurse of the Year, and Timothy O'Neill, recognised for his leadership, has been nominated for the Healing Heart Award. A Port Pirie local has been named the Regional Salesperson of the Year at the Real Estate Institute of South Australia Awards. The recognition has left the family-run agency overwhelmed with joy and are now looking to get more of the team nominated next year.
After nearly 20 years in the industry, it's an award that's left Port Pirie proud. Brodie Lavis from Lavis Real Estate crowned the Regional Salesperson of the Year in Adelaide. It was the first time in his career to win, surrounded by his family and team when the announcer called out his name.
And everyone was just ecstatic. I think I made mention I could probably do a backflip off the stage. I was that excited.
He wasn't expecting to win the award, but says he's privileged to have the recognition, making Port Pirie stand out from the rest. Brodie Lavis said this award puts Port Pirie on the map alongside rural and metro real estate agencies.
winning not only for his outstanding sales record, but also for his commitment in the community.
I've had a couple of talks to John Perry Secondary School and also the St Mark's schools in regards to what's life after school, and real estate was something that I've been pushing as much as I can.
Now encouraging students to get into the real estate game once they finish school. The accolade leaving the whole team proud, with Brodie already planning to get more of his staff nominated for next year's awards.
To win something, but it's just a nice acknowledgement as well, just to be a part of the Real Estate Institute of South Australia.
Brodie wants to thank his staff and family for all their hard work and to share the award with the community. Christian Komenos, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Stay with us after the break. Our reporter Dylan Smith will bring us the scores from weekend sport, and we'll have the weather details with Alex Sykes. Welcome back. It was a big weekend for sport across the region, with Port Lincoln's tennis players battling it out on Friday and Monday nights. Our reporter Dylan Smith has this week's sports wrap.
There were some great tennis matches here on Friday night, while last night saw some tight battles in the men's doubles. On Friday night, Port Lincoln Dental were too strong for Port Lincoln Boat Supplies, winning 10 sets to 6. Kirby White and Nathan Beljohn were best for their teams. In the other match, Bendigo Bank easily accounted for McDonald's 13 sets to 3. Cindy Cabot and Ryan Cox were consistent contributors in their 3 sets. In the men's Monday night doubles, all fixtures were tight contests. In the first match, Shepherd Building defeated Air Ice Centre in a thriller. Both teams were locked at 3 sets all, with the overall result decided on games. In the Battle of the Seafood Companies, the Fresh Fish Place were too strong in a tight encounter, winning by 7 games. Finally, GPK Accounting got the chocolates over Sports Power Superstore, winning 4 sets to 2. Now in Port Lincoln Squash, PS Electrical defeated Interact 3 rubbers to 1, while Lincoln Self Storage defeated Hankins Electrical in a thriller, winning on sets. Finally, John Payne Painting comfortably got over the line against iHawk Building, winning 3 rubbers to 1. Over in Whyalla Softball, and the Indians recorded their first win of the season, defeating Eagles 6 runs to 5, while the Cats got the job done over the Roadrunners 9 runs to 5. In Port Pirie Softball, and the Solly Cats smashed the Checkmates, winning 12 runs to 1, while in the second match, the Tigers were too strong for the Cougars, winning by 6 runs. Turning to basketball, and over in Port Augusta were some terrific matches in the men's A-grade competition. The Eagles outclassed the Cobras, winning by 29 points, while the Wildcats and Titans clash went down to the wire, with the Wildcats winning 55 to 52. Finally, in Broken Hill's men's A-grade basketball competition, the Giants defeated the Broncos by 3 points. The Sumtin boys were too strong for the North Bulldogs, winning 53 to 30. In the final match, the Ramjets outclassed the Outlaws by 10 points. That's all for sports this week. If you'd like your team's sports results featured, please let us know at our Facebook page.
Time now to take a look at what's happening in the weather. Here's Alex Sykes.
Thanks, Ruby, and good evening, everyone. Well, I hope you kept dry today with wet conditions across the Gulf, and I'm sorry to say it's only going to worsen tomorrow with wild weather on the way for some parts. More detail on that in just a moment. From 3 p.m. today, Port Augusta was 31, Whyalla was 26, and Port Lincoln was 22. Looking further out across the region now, Broken Hill and Clare both had showers and were 26. Port Pirie and Cooper Pedy were both 31. Adelaide, Kadina and Cleve were all 25, and Woodner was 27. Taking a look at the satellite image now, thicker clouds moving over the far southeast with a trough, and a low is causing rain and showers. Clouds over western areas with moisturing winds are bringing some showers, mainly in the southeast. Moving on to tomorrow's weather outlook now, and we'll start with the Gulf waters. East to northeasterly winds 10 knots, seas below 1 metre, and south to southwesterly swell below 1 metre. Partly cloudy for Port Lincoln tomorrow, 22. Cleve a shower or two, also set to reach 22, and Woodner showers 24 degrees. Possible storms and heavy falls across parts of the upper Spencer Gulf. Whyalla 22, Port Augusta set to reach a high of 23 degrees. Showers for Kadina also to top 23. Similar conditions across the mid-north and Broken Hill. Port Pirie 23, Clare set to reach a high of 21 degrees and Broken Hill will reach a high of 24. Taking a look further through the week now, Thursday will bring showers in Port Augusta, Port Pirie and Whyalla, possible storm and heavy falls in Broken Hill with 22 degrees there. Cloudy in Port Lincoln with 19. It will be partly cloudy in Kadina and Woodna. A look at Friday now, wind easing in Whyalla with 19 degrees. Cooper Pedy will be mostly sunny and 25. Partly cloudy in Port Augusta and Adelaide, both to reach 20 degrees. And Saturday will bring sunny conditions across parts of the region. Port Augusta and Kadina will be sunny and reach a high of 22 degrees. Partly cloudy in Port Lincoln with a max of 19. Mostly sunny in Broken Hill and 21 degrees there. And Port Pirie will be sunny and reach a high of 24. And that's all the weather from me for tonight. It's back to you, Ruby.
Lovely, thanks for that, Alex. And that's the local news this Tuesday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'll have updates later. Until then, enjoy your evening. See you tomorrow with more local news. Good night.